You're listening to the Core Factors audio library, spoken versions of Core Factors articles and research created to support accessibility and for listening while working, commuting, or reflecting. This piece is titled Personality Fit and Management: Identifying Emerging Leaders with Type Elements. The following narration reflects the original content and intent of the written article.
Personality Fit and Management: Identifying Emerging Leaders with Type Elements. The Leadership Pipeline Challenge. Organizations today face increasing pressure to build leadership pipelines that are both deep and adaptable. Retiring leaders, shifting workforce expectations, and accelerating change have made it clear that traditional promotion models are no longer sufficient. Identifying emerging leaders now requires more than performance metrics or tenure. Leadership potential often shows up through patterns of thinking, decision-making, adaptability, and perseverance, patterns that are not always immediately visible. This is where Type Elements offers meaningful insight. By examining preferences, subscale-driven tendencies, and personality formation patterns, practitioners and managers can identify leadership potential that might otherwise be overlooked. Moving beyond traditional leadership criteria. Conventional leadership identification often focuses on visible behaviors such as assertiveness, communication style, or task ownership. While useful, these signals do not always reveal how someone will lead across contexts or under pressure. Type Elements shifts the focus from surface behavior to underlying cognitive patterns. Subscales reveal how individuals approach structure, ambiguity, values, outcomes, and process, key dimensions of leadership effectiveness. This broader lens allows organizations to recognize leadership potential in individuals whose style may be quieter, more analytical, or more relational, yet equally capable of influence and impact. Key subscales that signal leadership potential. Produced by organized perception versus produced by emergent methods. Individuals who score higher on organized perception tend to lead effectively in environments requiring structure, planning, and operational consistency. They are often strong in project-based or compliance-focused leadership roles. Those higher in emergent methods are energized by change and uncertainty. They adapt quickly, generate creative responses, and often thrive in fast-moving or evolving leadership contexts. These individuals may benefit from support that helps sustain focus over longer initiatives. Both patterns can indicate leadership readiness. The key is matching style to context. Criterion-based choices versus values-based choices. Leaders with a criterion-based orientation tend to prioritize logic, data, and objective standards. They often excel in roles involving strategy, systems thinking, or risk management. Leaders with a values-based orientation focus more on people, culture, and long-term impact. They are often well-suited to mission-driven leadership, team development, and roles where ethical or relational considerations are central. Effective leadership pipelines need both. Type Elements helps identify where individuals naturally anchor their decisions. Outcome focus versus process focus. Outcome-focused emerging leaders are energized by results and measurable progress. They often move initiatives forward efficiently and thrive in goal-driven environments. Process-focused individuals contribute through thoughtful engagement, collaboration, and attention to how work unfolds. With support, they can learn to balance depth and inclusion with timely execution. Neither orientation is superior. Each reflects a different leadership strength that can be developed intentionally. Personality formations: understanding growth and adaptation. While subscales reveal preferences, personality formations offer insight into how individuals respond to challenge, complexity, and development over time. General perseverance style. High perseverance often signals commitment and follow-through. These leaders persist through difficulty but may benefit from reflection on when persistence needs to give way to adjustment. Lower perseverance may indicate flexibility and responsiveness, especially when goals are framed as iterative rather than fixed. Level of adaptation. Adaptation reflects a leader's ability to shift between structure and flexibility as situations change. High adaptation supports leadership effectiveness in unpredictable environments. Lower adaptation is not a deficit. It highlights where support, preparation, and exposure to new contexts can build confidence over time. Believed ability to succeed. This dimension reflects leadership self-efficacy. Individuals with strong belief in their ability to succeed tend to approach new challenges constructively and inspire confidence in others. When belief is lower, targeted developmental experiences and consistent feedback can help emerging leaders recognize and trust their growing capability. Applying type elements in leadership identification. Practitioners and organizations can use type elements in several practical ways. Rather than relying solely on past roles, build leadership profiles using subscale patterns such as emergent methods for navigating change, outcome focus for driving initiatives, values-based choices for inclusive leadership. Scenario-based exercises can further illuminate how individuals flex their style across contexts, revealing leadership readiness beyond static assessments. Development plans grounded in personality formation insights allow organizations to challenge emerging leaders appropriately while providing the support needed for sustainable growth. Organizational support for sustainable leadership growth. Identification alone is not enough. Emerging leaders need environments that reinforce growth. Organizations that align leadership development with cognitive insight through coaching, structured feedback, and progressive challenge are more likely to retain adaptable, self-aware leaders who can guide others through complexity. Type Elements provides the psychological clarity that allows this support to be intentional rather than generic. Building future leaders through psychological insight. Leadership potential is not one size fits all. It emerges through diverse patterns of thinking, deciding, and adapting. By integrating type elements, subscales, and personality formation insights, practitioners can help organizations identify and develop leaders who are prepared not just to perform, but to grow with the demands of an evolving workplace.
This concludes the audio version of this Core Factors article. You can find the full written version and additional practitioner resources at corefactors.com.